What's up, guys? It's Just Jake Reviews, and behind me is a beautiful 2016 Ford Focus. Now, you may be asking yourself, Jake, you already did that car. Well, that car was stock, completely stock. As you can clearly see, this is no longer a stock Ford Focus. I'm here with the beautiful, wonderful Ann Spence, who is the owner. We're gonna go, and she's gonna go every little detail that she's done to the car. And believe me, it's probably at least 2 pages long. Now, I've already done the history for this car, so without further ado, let's take a walk around this really cool car. All right, guys, here is the wonderful owner. Yes, she is a little different, but she's cool. Don't judge her, I know. She's a little different looking, but she's cool. All right, so what have you done to this crazy?
Starting with the front, they do have functional hood vents because I overheated my engine at the tail of the Dragon one time, so now that allows some of the hot air to escape. This is the Mark 3.5 European ST front end conversion kit, and while it is ST badged, I will be getting an ST swap by Rebel Devil Customs in September of 2020. There is also a K&N in there, but that's nothing special. These are Sparco Aceta Gara 17-inch wheels. They're actually my third set of wheels. I have a set of 15-inch Steelies and 16 Racelands that I daily drive on because these are Dunlop Drezia Star specs. So they've got, I think it's like 10,000 mile tread wear, so I don't drive them around very often. The rotors are from Spec. They're the Silver series, and if you look at them, they're actually shaped kind of like a cookie, or like a snowflake. So what they do is they reduce rotational mass. So they allow cornering to be a little bit easier.
Yeah, I like the lines. It looks a lot like a carbon ceramic brace.
Yeah, and they're about twice as light than the stock rotors. So they're very light. Well,
I would assume so. This is a Ford Focus.
Well, the OEM rotors were super heavy, but these are significantly lighter, and they've been a blast on the tail of the Dragon, actually.
Oh, I bet.
The Godspeed, oh no, sorry, those are power stop calipers with DBA 500 brake pads that work in excess of 900 degrees, and I have high temp racing fluid as well. And Godspeeds are the lowering springs. Right now they drop the car about 1.3 inches, and that's going to be swapped over in the fall, winter to coils.
And then you have this big X-Wing. That is cool. That is cool right there.
That was custom by my friend Michael.
Oh, I can't.
He designed it and printed it for me, and I laid it on there.
I can't imagine that is cool.
Those are vents from Rebel Devil, who's going to be doing the ST swap for me.
That is cool.
In 2020.
Oh wow.
And that's just a muffler delete. When I actually got it done, I didn't know I was going to get the chrome tip. They actually welded it on there without really asking me, but I don't hate it. I think it's kind of silly, but when I take the car out to different shows and events, it's a real hit. So even if I do get a different exhaust, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I
love the individual details you put on this thing. It's incredible. This is no longer just some Ford Focus. It's incredible. And
it's the Star Wars thing, and that's the new pipes painted red, which you can't really see because it's super dirty. Oh. And not that anybody can really appreciate it underneath the car.
I like this right here. That is cool. Check that out. That is cool.
I do plan on getting a wing for it, so that'll probably go away.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of different options. I just haven't found one I've really fallen in love with.
This is cool. All right, guys. Let's check now. Engine-wise, it's the same engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't.
It's a 2-liter.
You didn't put any miles on it of any kind?
No, there's just a K&N underhood. That's the only thing that's under there.
Okay. So we're gonna skip the engine. I'll post a picture of the car engine in a minute. Hop inside. Wow. Check that out. Look at that. That is cool.
Oh,
that.
It says bitch.
I don't care.
Oh, sorry. It's like, I don't know if you're... It's the bitch seat.
Sorry, I had to back it up on.
It's okay.
This is
dirty in there.
Cool. Now, to start this car, this is a Ford Focus. So you take the key. Oh, you should have wrapped it in something cool on it.
I know.
That would be cool. Oh, that's cool.
It makes a pretty good sound when you're when you start it. You rev the engine. It'll only go up to about 3,000 RPM.
Oh, get him, girl. Oh, this is cool. This is, oh my. Check this out. This is cool. Oh, I love this right here. Is this just a little sticker?
It's just a decal, yeah.
That is cool.
You can get them on Etsy.
Oh, nice.
Tons of people make
now
them.
the infotainment, you didn't do anything to it, and
No.
same thing.
No.
Anything. Love that back interior. That is cool.
That's the only thing. They're just patches I got at a convention.
Oh, hello.
And that's a rebel flag.
Check that out, guys. Let's see if we can see it. Man, this is cool. This is high mounted flag. The only thing I wish you should do, I don't know if you can, instead of the forward dun dun dun, it should be dun dun dun.
You know, I thought about getting a custom horn to make the Star Wars sounds.
Just something cool, and then have your entertainment be something Star Wars. That would be really, really expensive. So if you don't want to do that, I completely understand. But you know, that to me would just complete the whole package. And this interior, you got nothing to, but hey, it looks cool.
It's dirty. Thank you.
I like all the whole details you have on this. Obviously, you're probably gonna do more stuff to the interior.
Yes. Way after the swap.
Oh yeah. I love the little beanie. I love the Rebel scum. This is cool. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. For those who like Star Trek better, get out. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Stay. All right, guys. Is there anything else we need to know about the interior?
Nothing special about the interior.
All right, guys. Let's suit up. I think I have a good angle for you. I hope so. Let's see. We're gonna do a double check. Can't really see. I think it's okay. Let me set you guys up. I think we're good. You may see this. This is a little car, so you may see that a lot. I apologize. But let's see does she have a name?
No, I just call her the F-Wing.
The F-Wing. Taking off in 3, 2, 1.
Park and brake. Park and brake's on.
Ready for liftoff. I know, I'm like a little kid. I love Star Wars. This is so cool.
What you can do when you have a DCT, if you jab the throttle, you'll immediately get a gear change.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you have to really manipulate the transmission a little bit more in a dual clutch transmission.
Yeah, dual clutches are weird. Yeah, this still has that that power shift transmission that Ford thought was a good idea.
Oh, but it's 63,000 miles. It's the original transmission, the original clutches, and the original TPM.
Yeah, still works. Not everyone had that problem. It's just a lot of people had that problem, and I'm sure you've learned about why it had that problem.
Well, there's this huge debate on is it because people who have dual clutch transmissions are they failing because people aren't driving them correctly? Because when you want a gear change, you have to it's not going to do it by itself. You either need to stop the car or engage the throttle more.
Oh wow.
And when you start going on places like the Tail of the Dragon with a DCT, you do have a challenge because you can't engine brake as much. You don't have as much control over what the transmission decides to do because it is still an automatic car. But when you start adding in left foot braking, you can begin to manipulate it a little bit better.
Oh wow, that's cool. So talk to me. How'd you get? Let's talk about how'd you get this car? Did you buy it used? New?
I was actually in a domestic abuse relationship and I had to come back home when I got out and I needed a car. And I didn't have any money. I had $100 to my name and my parents went out and bought the cheapest car they could get new, which was a 2016 Ford Focus S sedan. And then I got a really good job and I made really good money, so I bought it from them.
That's really nice. That's really good to hear. So you've had it since 2016.
Yeah. I have. Yes, and it took a very, very long time for them to want me to have it because they were really worried. They're like, well, you came out of a really bad situation with $100. Are you sure you can't afford it? I mean, the payments weren't exceptionally expensive, and neither is the insurance. But they're my parents, and of course they're worried about me.
Yeah.
Got a really good job. Yeah. I had to prove to them that I could pay for it, so I bought it from them.
And she does some really cool stuff. She does.
talking about like the shows or
Yeah.
the Focus Fanatic strip I host?
Yes, you.
I go to the Tail of Dragon relatively regularly, and I host the first annual Focus Fanatics Dragon Takeover this year, and I'll be doing it again in next year as well.
Yeah.
And the car goes to different conventions in the southeast to get shown. So last year,
It's a cool car.
Last year it got shown at RobCon in Tennessee. That was her first show. Her second show that year was DragonCon.
Oh wow.
And then this year she was at MegaCon in Orlando, and we'll be doing DragonCon again, getting shown down there.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's next week.
Oh man, one thing I would like to, once you finish with this, I would love to see is something like SEMA, because you never see something cool like this. You see Star Wars stuff, but usually they make something really fast, like a Bugatti or Lamborghini or something really fast. Like, hey, let's put this on because we can. What I like about you is you don't have the money to afford a Lamborghini. So I like it. You took something that was cool, something bland, and you made it your own.
Well, it's more fun than I think ignoring the shows, but when it comes to the Tail of the Dragon, it's mountain runs like that. It's significantly more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car fast.
Yeah.
That's what a fast car is supposed to do.
Yeah. Ironically, when I drive a fast car, you're almost afraid to drive it fast because of how quick and how thrusting it is. When I drove a GTR, I love that car, but it's so violent and you get so cocky with it, you can't mess up. And if you mess up, boom, you might be dead. This car, you have less likely to have that problem because, well, you can't really go that fast in this car. So you really it's much easier to do something like the Dragon with something like this. Whereas something like a GTR, I don't recommend that for beginners. People are like, oh, I can handle it. Same thing. Have a buddy. There was a guy who had a Ferrari, and he crashed on the Tail of the Dragon.
Did you see you talking about the guy who had the Ferrari and he went in the dirt and then got back on the road? That was the best save I have ever seen in my entire life on the Tail of the Dragon.
Oh no, this guy who had like a 360 and he was going fast trying to follow this car, and then he made a wrong turn or something, and he ran into a ditch.
Yeah.
Beside and completely crushed the car. But yeah. So that's why I'm saying when you have something like that, you need to be prepared of what it can do, what it can and can't do. Because yes, the Ferrari is an amazing car, but it has its limits. Every car has its limits. You gotta find them. This car, it's easy to find its limits, and especially when you get the ST swap. How much power you want to make? 1,000, 2,000?
Oh no,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I think the ST produces 276. Or that's for the 2019.
Yeah.
2.3 liter.
Yeah. I love Fords. They're so much fun. One of my favorite cars I've ever driven was a Ford Focus SE hatchback, only because he deleted the muffler and it sounded amazing. You know what I mean?
It's the muffler delete I really like. I did it when everybody in the Focus community started like deleting things off their car. There was this weird like 2-month period where everybody was like muffler deletes and snorkel deletes all day. And it's everything that's the whole thing the community did was that. And I was like, I guess I can go cut my muffler off. The worst thing is that I don't like it and I buy something else. And I ended up really liking it. In higher RPMs, when you drop it into lower, it'll pop. And if you get fast enough and you drop it into lower, you might hear it. So now let off the gas. Slow down a little bit. I don't think you're going fast enough.
Ain't really. I don't have that much room to do that.
But well, I might be able to do it for you if you want me to try because I'm a little bit more comfortable with the car. I won't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
We're in a parking lot.
Yeah, that's why I do it in the parking lot, because I don't get paid by YouTube. I have no insurance.
Yeah.
I have insurance for myself, but I don't have insurance for what I do.
Yeah.
So when I drive something like this, I need to make sure it's in the parking lot no matter what it is.
Well, the exhaust will pop in a lower gear.
See.
Up into lower.
Okay.
Now good. Now slow down. I won't do it. We're not going fast enough.
Taking forward.
But it sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Lower gear.
Oh yeah. I drove a BMW 3 Series and I love the pops it makes. I like unique personality to cars. You know what I mean? No matter what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like how this ain't some run-the-mill Ford. This is a heavily loved car, and you can just see all the love and work you put into this. So how long has it been like this?
I started doing the Atasha thing pretty soon. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Atasha. There's the people that like wrap their car in like anime characters and stuff.
Yes, I see that.
And I just kind of accidentally got a part of that because while this is Star Wars and not anime, just kind of when you go to shows, you get put in with the Atasha groups. So I started doing this pretty soon after I got the car, and because I realized I could do it. I already cosplay. I already, I'm really big in that community. So I figured I might as well, extend it to my car since other people do it. And then the performance mods just kind of came after because I ended up really enjoying running the mountains.
That's really cool. So how'd you get into cars? Did you?
I've always had an interest. When I was in high school, I wanted to be in automotives, but they put me in cosmetology instead, which ended up probably being better because that's what I do professionally. I'm a master cosmetologist, and I work in in the top 10 salons in the nation.
Jesus.
So in retrospect, that was probably good monetary wise, but I've always had the interest in them. And actually American Muscle, and of course this isn't American Muscle, but I grew up thinking that they were really pretty, so I always had the interest. And then I started dating Alex, and then I had a source.
Yeah, it's great when you like, I'm single right now, but whoever I date, they're gonna get a good influence on cars because that's what's on our minds.
Yeah. Well, he never forced me to do anything with him. He never expected. It just it happened very organically because I already had that interest.
Yeah.
And I was actually afraid to show Alex that I had interest in it because I thought he would make fun of me. As a woman in the community, it's very common that no matter what you do, wouldn't even matter if I had a Ford Focus RS. I would constantly be told I'm doing something wrong no matter what I had, and that's just the way it is.
Hilariously, there's people who say that. Then there's people who really, they want to date someone who likes cars because it's hard to go with a bunch of guys. We like being around our guys, but we start to wonder like we miss girls. Because it's just the way we are. And every car guy's dream is to date a girl who loves cars and to be attractive. And you're, Alex, I know you're watching this. You're quite attractive woman. And that's really weird to see someone like you who loves cars and who does anime and stuff like that. That's very rare. Most people like you are, no offense to people, no offense, I'm just saying, don't get me into comments, or either lesbians or bi or just, some unique people, you know what I mean? Not someone who is just a normal girl who's in hair and stuff like that and loves cars. You don't find that, and that's what I like about you. You're really cool. And one of my good friends from high school, she kind of surprised me the way her love of cars. She was a cheerleader and she's a model, and you would think there's no way she's a car person. You know what I mean? There's no way. She's probably one of the biggest car people out there. She is literally models with cars. That's what I love about her. And she has a car herself. She names Roxanne, and she's modified the crap out of that car. It's an amazing. So yeah, they are out there, guys. You just have to look. A lot of times I'll see girls at car shows and they have no idea what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but I like it when I see a girl who loves cars and actually kind of knows something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the best thing you can do is most women, when you start, dating a man or anybody, no matter who you're dating, they want to be involved in what you're doing, whether that's cars or hunting or fishing or sewing. It doesn't matter. But the best way to keep them involved is to not talk down to them when they don't understand, to actively involve them in your individual communities because you want to, not because you think it's the right thing to do. You you should want your significant other to be a part of. And then it happens more organically. Now that being said, Alex and I don't do the same car things. We don't. The only thing we do that's similar is we both go to the Tail of the Dragon and run the mountains. But I don't go to car shows. I go to conventions to get my car shown with Road Squadron and Anime Cars for the World. So very different.
And that's great. I love how you do your own thing. I like girls who are involved and go with the shows with their boyfriend. You know, I like that, but I love it when someone like you actively goes by themselves, actively, like has nothing. They're not doing it because I just want. Maybe he'll give 1 brownie point with your man. You're doing it because you love doing it. You don't care what Alex thinks. You love doing it because you love cars. That's what I like about you. Really cool. And you like comics and Star Wars. A lot of girls like Star Wars, but no one would modify their car to look like an X-Men like you did. That's just.
Well, there's actually a lot of women in Road Squadron. I would say most of the people in Road Squadron Car Fighters Coast to Coast are women. At least half of them, I think.
Oh wow.
Most of them are. I'll send you the link to their Facebook.
Oh, that's cool.
They'll be at Star Wars Celebration. That's, that's who does the car show.
Oh wow.
And actually, the guy who started Road Squadron, his name is Obi-Shawn, because he dresses up like Obi-Wan Kenobi. He has a Z that looks like a X-Wing starfighter. That's very legit. You've probably seen it.
Oh my god, that's cool.
I know him. He went a completely different route than I did. I mean, he heavily modified. He put blasters on his car. He put Astrotech droid on his car.
Okay, actually, I want you to do his car now.
He's out in California.
I'll fly him here.
But he is actually talking to Lucasfilm about becoming an official Lucasfilm organization. You know, the 501st, for example, is a Lucasfilm official organization.
Oh, that would be so cool.
He's been around for like 20 years. But we're not an official with Lucasfilm, so he's actually doing that right for us. So that'd be really cool once that happens.
Oh, I love that grumble she made. Oh, I love this car.
I can find it.
This is, in my opinion, it's one of the coolest looking cars I've ever seen, and that's saying a lot because I've done a Ferrari and a GTR. Both amazing looking cars, but they were stock. Good looking, but except for Jezebel. Jezebel was heavily modified. This is a bland car, something you wouldn't expect, but it's really cool looking. That's what I like about it.
Thank you.
I mean, like your body with a Z, that's cool, but everybody mods a Z. Everyone mods that.
Well, I'm trying to pull it up for you. It's very, very different. It's very.
Does it even look like a Z?
No.
I love that.
He has two. I don't know. I can't remember which one is the Z or not.
Yeah. Did you ever heard of the Vader kit car that goes around?
Yeah.
That's a cool car. That's what I love about people who buy cars to make it look completely different. I love that. It's not like you're like, oh, they're hating no, they're not. They're making something unique. And that's what I like about this. Everybody knows this is a Ford Focus. You don't need a badge to say, look, I'm a Ford Focus.
Nobody knows it's a Ford Focus. I just got called a Subaru yesterday.
Oh my god!
And at my first time at Dragon Con, somebody yelled, hey, look, it's Rebels in a Kia. Everybody knows it's a Ford Focus.
Oh my god! I thought that was it. Every basic car ever, Ford Focus.
No, it looked like a Kia Forte.
Oh yeah. Look,
but I really thought that.
Yeah, the rear lights do like a Kia Forte.
I really thought that the ST conversion kit would really,
make it look. Hey, I'm not Korean.
Subaru.
I'm not Korean or Japanese. I'm freaking American.
Yeah.
Even though this is heavily all made in different parts of the world.
It's made in Mexico like a real American car.
Yeah, the best American car, yeah. Oh, this car is cool. I can't wait to ESD swap it. This is gonna be, it's so fun now, but it's gonna be even more fun when it's fast.
It'll be different. I think I'll miss it, to be honest with you. Oh,
yeah.
Here's, if you want to stop the car, that's
So, let's see, look at that, guys. Oh my, you can't even tell.
That's my buddy Obi-Shawn.
That is cool. That is cool. So when's this event?
That was probably at Star Wars Celebration, and it travels. It was in Chicago this year, and next year it's in Anaheim. Oh, here's both of them.
Look at that, guys. That is cool. If they can see it. That is cool. I would
I'll
love
text
to.
you the name of
Yeah.
the group.
Yeah, that is just amazing. So when's your next event? Where's it at?
Next week. It'll be a Dragon Con for the parade, which is really fun. So about 100,000 people come in.
Oh my God, that's
to go to Dragon Con. About approximately 80,000 of that are badge members, but
wow.
the car will be shown during the parade,
Oh wow.
which you don't have to have a pass for, so anybody can show. So it's hard to guess how many people are actually there for the parade.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It is televised, which is a really cool thing to kind of say that my car has been on television and seen by
wow.
80,000 people.
Wow. Like where? Like location? Where is it?
Atlanta. It's going to be in the Hilton, the Hyatt, the Sheraton, the Westin.
Oh my God.
America's Mart.
Man. Do you think I can come with you and be in the parade? Yeah. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Well, if you had a pass, you could.
That's cool.
You definitely have to buy a pass, but if you wanted to, you could.
Is it like $1 million?
It's expensive this late in the game.
Oh yeah.
If you just wanted to go one day, I think it's 80.
Jesus.
This Saturday.
Jesus.
Which is what I paid because I bought my tickets a year in advance. So I paid $80 for the whole weekend. But if you want the whole weekend, you're going to pay maybe $150.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's the biggest southeastern convention.
Yeah. I don't know if my car guys would like to see that. If you guys want me to see that, let me know in the comments.
There's a lot of really cool cars that come. There's sometimes a DeLorean that comes. Usually I think there's a Jurassic Park Jeep.
Oh, that's cool. I actually know the guy who actually bought Jurassic Park Explorer. Does that ever come?
Yeah, sometimes. There's usually a Men in Black vehicle.
Oh, that's
there's usually a Shield, like the Avengers SUV that comes.
Oh my God.
Alex's dad has a Stormtrooper Camaro.
Oh my God, that's cool.
Rings.
What year? Which gen?
I don't know, actually. I don't know a lot about Camaros.
Do you know what it looks like?
It's white. It looks like a Camaro.
Does it have four? Does it look like Bumblebee? Like the?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have? Do you have a picture of it?
I might be able to find one.
This car's flood.
I don't have any data out here,
It's okay.
so I might not be able to. But there's a lot of different cars that come to the Dragon Con parade. It's fun.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about this transmission, it's weird. It's very weird to get used to. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a dual clutch transmission, so you've got half the gears on one clutch, and half the gears on the rest. So it's not going to behave like a traditional automatic transmission.
And unlike other transmissions, I've driven the dual clutch in different cars. It doesn't feel like a manual. A dual clutch, it feels very direct. It feels very manual. This doesn't feel like it. It feels very kind of just a weird transmission. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, you'll feel the transmission a little bit more. You're just hanging out using like 2 gears, but when you're getting on like the highway and definitely in the mountains, you'll definitely feel how it definitely shifts hard.
Oh yeah.
Like a manual.
When I drove a GTR, you could feel every single. It would slam you, and when you left off the gas, it was so much force. It shook the entire car. It was like Gandalf said stop. You know what I mean? It just like sudden shake of stop. It was just very, very insane car. This obviously isn't like that, but still it's a great car. All right, guys, I'm gonna try and get some sound out of this one last time, because I'm sure you have something to do.
No, I gotta get back. Yeah, we're gonna get back to Alex at some point. We're gonna hang out tonight.
All right, come on, X-Wing, F-Wing.
You can slam on the brakes; they'll stop.
Oh wow! Oh, I heard it! I heard it!
Yeah,
It popped.
I heard the pop.
I heard the bob! I heard the bob! I heard the bob! She finally did it! She was being annoying, but she didn't want to.
Careful.
Oh Jesus!
They'll stop.
Jesus!
They'll stop, and they'll stop for a long time.
Jesus! That's.
You know how hard it is to get your brakes to 900 degrees. It's not easy.
I know this is some Focus RS. I've seen them spin turn really, really hot, and some catch on fire. Well, thanks, and Span. That was this is such a cool car. Is it my favorite car in the world? No, because I have other cars I like. But you know, I like what you've done with it.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to see what you do with it. Now, what's different from Honest Modify review, guys, is I do this car multiple times to see when it drastically changes. So when she gets the SC swap, we're doing another review of this. Why? Because it'll be a different car then. And anything you want to say to the wonderful world of YouTube?
No, thanks for coming out and seeing my little Star Wars car.
It was cool. All right, guys, see you out. Honest Modify review in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was probably one of the worst outro I've ever done. I'm sorry about that. But, hey, I actually look. So, here's the honest review. What am I saying? Honest Modify review of Ann's I'm just going to call her Ann's F-Wing. This is one of the coolest cars I've ever driven. Not by the way it drives, but mainly just the look of how well she's done with it. He may not be as fun to drive, which she is gonna fix, but it's still a really cool car to drive around. Man, I would kill to have that cool of a car with all those stickers on, drive around, and it would just be so cool as everyone look at you, and that it's not just a Ferrari or a McLaren or some crazy car. They would look at it like, oh my god, it's a Star Wars, and they would ask you about it, get you more about like why you did it and stuff like that. And I think this is cool. Stuff like this to me it means more to me than a Ferrari. And I love Ferraris, but anyone can get a Ferrari. Well, obviously not everyone, but anyone with money can go out and grab a Ferrari. Like, hey, look, I'm instantly cool. What I like about it, this car, is she got a base model car, just a plain Jane car, and she made it look cool, just as cool as a Ferrari. And that's what I love about this car. Not just because it's Star Wars, just all the dedication, her story, all she's done with it, and she's gonna do an ST swap, which is gonna be fun. It's so cool. So if you ever see this car out and about or at a show, go and talk to her. She's a really cool girl, and she'll love to talk to you about what she did. Don't be afraid to ask her questions, because this is a really cool car, and to me, these are the types of cars that are owned by people who are not. They don't just like cars. They're like, oh, I have a Ferrari. Look at me, yada yada. They love cars, and they just love expressing their passion through their car, and that's why I like what she did with this. So, honestly, I'm not gonna compare this to other cars because this is an honest Modify review where I just go over the modifications. So that's it for this video. Be sure and like, subscribe. Doing a lot more fun videos coming up, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much to Ann for letting me drive her car. I absolutely had a blast following her and talking with her. And as you heard, she's dating Alex. If you don't know who Alex is, Alex owns a really cool Yaris, and we're doing a lot more cars with him. So stay tuned for that. See you later.